What's up guys, Kevin here again today. So today we're going to go into a little bit more detail onto the hows and the whys and how to get that brain of yours to work for you and not against you. So to start off, first thing we're going to do is we're going to dive into what is the conscious mind. So the conscious mind equals 5% of our actual nervous system being used throughout the day. So 5% of our brain is consciously being used or outputted through the nervous system. And 5% of that is the creativity or the strategies that we do consciously. The conscious mind is what we are aware of at all times. Me making this video is a conscious decision that I have written down and actually come up to the conclusion to make. You guys are consciously choosing to do things every single day. Okay? But the thing is that's actually only 5% of your brain activity at all times. The bigger topic here that we want to focus on is that 95% of the subconscious internal mind that is at all times being aware and taking in things. Now, a lot of people like to call this the habitual mind. The reason being is because, like we said, is that it takes in so much information that things become habits. Now, as you guys can see here about the reprogramming your mind, this can be a very good thing or a very bad thing. Okay? Now, I'm going to dive deep into why it could be a great or a bad thing into following up with the first 0 to 7 years of your life. So, like I wrote here, from 0 to 7 years old, what we do as children is we absorb information. Okay? We're absorbing information. We are observers of this world. From that age, we're not technically very conscious of what we're doing. If you've ever noticed a little kid, if something bad happens to him, he observes, he lets out the emotion, he forgets about it within 10-15 seconds. He goes on his day, he's like, okay, there's no big deal. Oh my God, he stole my toy. He starts crying, goes away, right? Starts crying, and it goes away. He observed it, he felt that emotion, but he does not hold on to it, okay? Consciously, pay attention, he does not hold on to it, but there is some information downloaded into the program. So think of it as anything you've taken on ages, you've downloaded this into his program. As we grow older, after the age of 7, what happens is that, let's say that we were on a downward, we were surrounded by a very negative family, and maybe it was an abusive family where there was a lot of swearing, a lot of fighting, the parents were always fighting, and the child saw this. They absorbed all this information, and as they grow older to 10, 15, 20, they don't realize how much their subconscious mind, the habitual mind, plays a role into their conscious mind. Reason being is that their habits subconsciously are happening over and over, and that because they have not trained their conscious mind, they're not even aware of what's happening, so their life is on autopilot in this direction of, well, let's see what they took in when they were 7. Did they take in hard worker, dedication, perseverance, or did they take in fear, doubt, anger? These things automatically get programmed in your mind and they become habitual, as if when you're a kid to learn to walk, it becomes such a normal habit that you don't even think about doing it. You don't even think about these things that become such a part of your subconscious mind that the only way to reprogram is by going within. And this is what we're going to talk about today. There's going to be the 3 ways that I believe that are going to help you to reprogram the subconscious mind and make it work for you. So the beautiful thing about, once again, the conscious mind is that once you get to a certain age, for example, I'm in my mid-20s, you can start to do things to really make that conscious mind of yours work with the subconscious and make it, and actually go towards your goals. So the first things I want you guys to do here is going to be meditation. I've talked about this in a couple of my other videos. The reason why you want to meditate is because what it does is it helps you go within, okay? A lot of people do not remember a lot of the things I did from the ages 0 to 7. Okay, like I can't remember almost half the things I did in middle school, okay? Let alone from 0 to 7. What happens when you meditate and you go within, especially if it was a traumatic experience, or even if it was such a good experience, sometimes you realize, how did I get this? Did I get it from my parents? Did I get it from a mentor? Did I get it from reading books when I was 4 years old, right? Or watching television? So you want to meditate and you want to practice going within yourself, and as you meditate, you're sitting there, and as thoughts come in and out, you just let them flow. Okay, that's your subconscious mind now working. You're consciously, though, making the decision to start meditating for the goal to reprogram the subconscious mind. So that's the difference, guys, is that when you're a kid, you're not really consciously aware of these things. You're just downloading and taking in the information. Now that you're old enough and you have this information, let's use this conscious mind of ours to meditate for the reason to find out why we are this way. Either to make it better than it already is, or if it's bad, how to fix these things. How to fix the bad and make them positive. So we're going to meditate. You're going to meditate every single day. You're going to go within and you're going to ask yourself. You're going to go in with the intention to just let the thoughts free, go in and out. And with the intention, you'll notice that your body or your mind starts to throw in thoughts. You're the observer, and you're going to start to come up with information. And that goes up to my second point right here. It's going to be to journal and do affirmations. Okay? Because we want to reprogram this mind, and it's very habit to reprogram the subconscious mind, because those verse 0 to 7 have become so ingrained in us that it becomes part of our identity. You want to do journaling. After you meditate, journal, how did I feel? What did I experience? And connect it to the things that you're doing. Journal down the second part here, which is affirmations. You guys have probably heard of this. You want to affirm the same way that from that age you probably heard a lot of bad things putting hit into your head, or maybe the dad spoke to the mom a specific way, or vice versa, or maybe you being at a job, even in your mid-teenage years, even at that point you still unconscious and you were taking in bad information. What you want to do now, guys, is affirm to yourself. Affirm to yourself and write it down. So you're going to meditate, you're going to journal. I am great, I am happy, I have abundance. All of the things that you are striving towards, that you do not want to stem away from, is exactly what you want to journal down, exactly what you want to affirm to yourself. You can even make a playlist. I've actually done this, or on Spotify or something, where you type in affirmations, and it's 6, 7, 8 hours. And what's happening is, what's it doing? Well, when you're asleep, what is actually on? Your conscious mind is turned off. Your subconscious mind is turned on. Okay? It's receiving information. Thoughts are going in and out. So even though you are consciously asleep, your subconscious is actually taking in these affirmations. Now, if every single night you take in these words, even if you fake it till you make it, what's happening is you're reprogramming your brain. Okay? You're reprogramming your subconscious mind to say that I am grateful, I am wealthy, I am healthy, I am successful, I am abundant. And all of these things start to reprogram your brain. And the third part now is going to be live as if you are this. Live as if you are in shape. If your parents are obese and they fed you wrong and they said this and they were very lazy, live as if you are this. Write your affirmations. So these three go together. You meditate and you find what's the issue, and you find out what you want to fix, and you find out where you want to go. You journal, you affirm, and you live as if. Not as if you want, as if you are. Okay? Because you have been living as if whatever the heck has been programmed in your brain. So this is the beautiful thing about this, is that once you start living as if you are healthy, you are wealthy, and you reprogram and you affirm it, and you do this day by day, that subconscious mind of yours starts to slowly reprogram. Okay? You've probably heard that they say it's hard to learn a new language as you become older versus when you're a child, and almost like anything. But it is possible. It comes down to belief, identifying you actually first, identifying with it, taking the steps and habits and action. Okay, you can't sit your ass home and not do anything. You need to, this is why I'm telling you, as you're old, we can use this conscious mind for us. You want to use it, and this is why I read so much and why I take in information, and the only information I'm consuming is types of information that's going to lead me towards my goal or success, or to stem away from maybe the bad habits or the bad programs that have been downloaded into my mind. So I want you guys to try those three things. Let me know if it worked, if it didn't work, or if you have any questions. Alright guys, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit a like, subscribe, and share the video. If you didn't check any of my other videos, my last video here was on, I believe, to learn to say no. So go on that one. That is another very good, another good video that ties into this, because when you say no to specific things, it'll tie you back to your vision, your why, which is going to help to reprogram a subconscious mind. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned till next time, and peace.